is a filmmaker. She is one of the producers of Mantalk, Woman Talk, which is a great musical. And she's been a thespian for over 30 years. She is committed to telling the African story and creating avenues for collaboration in the areas of arts and culture. And we go to the telephones, and the fantastic Buky Campbell joins us. Buky, welcome to the big broadcast. You are amazing. You've got quite the background. It is an honor and a privilege to have you on the Sunday radio show. How are you?
I am good, James. How are you doing?
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
You know something? I did not realize that you were such an accomplished everything. Let's start with the journalistic piece of this. Tell me a little bit about being a journalist and some of the different things that you've done as a journalist.
Well, I studied broadcast journalism in Nigeria, and then when I moved over here, apart from working as a freelance journalist for a TV station based in Nigeria, I also had the privilege of opening the U.S. Bureau office and being the first bureau chief for that office for about 10 years. Basically, what we did at that office was we covered stories that affected Africans, about Africans, and anything and everything. As you know, if you're an African, you live in this country, any laws that are passed in this country affects you. So we didn't have a box as to, oh, you could do this, you couldn't do that. No, we covered everything. So I had a bunch of journalists who worked with me, and we went everywhere, did everything. Just the basic reporter's journalist story is what we did. So
Fantastic.
that's how my area in journalism, really, even though it's broadcast journalism, I do a lot of writing also. So I ended up writing for magazines. I worked briefly in radio. So I've touched a little bit of everything in that field. And it was kind of almost a no-brainer when I went into filmmaking because I had so many stories to tell. So the stories naturally came, and then we started doing that. And it's been quite rewarding, but I've never really left my theater roots. It's always been there.
That's awesome.
So,
We have got Buky
yeah.
Campbell with us today. Man Talk, Woman Talk is going to be coming to the Snellville, Georgia area. It is an absolutely amazing piece of business. So, Buky, you're a filmmaker as well. You're also one of the producers of Man Talk, Woman Talk, the musical. Let's talk a little bit about Man Talk, Woman Talk. This is an absolutely amazing event. It's coming to Snellville, Georgia. Give me all the details on this because this is fantastic.
Yes, Man Talk, Woman Talk, the Battle of the Sexes. I am so excited about this project. It's actually the first project my group, we call ourselves the Crabites USA, and Crabites are alumni of University of Port Harcourt in Nigeria, where I studied performing arts. So we all find ourselves living in America now, all over, every state in this country, there's a Crabite there. And we formed this organization, and we decided that we needed to do something to give back to the community, which we now call home. So for all of us with our talents, we wanted to come together at least once a year and display, show something in order to show our new home here, where we came from, what we did over there, but also to be able to learn about our new culture. Because whether we like it or not, we have to immerse ourselves in the new culture we find ourselves. I've been in this country for about 31 years, so it's quite long. So I am as much into American culture as I am into Nigerian culture. So merging those two is how we got to this showing of Man Talk, Woman Talk. We have working with us a bunch of Americans who are, as they go along, learning our culture, and we are learning the nuances of the culture here from people like me who've been here a long time and some other people who have been here for just a short time. So the aim of this whole thing is to contribute to this community that we call home, and that is culturally, artistically, find means of collaboration, meeting points for both cultures so that we can all appreciate better the things that make us unique. So Man Talk, Woman Talk is a play that is about any man or any woman anywhere in the world, because it's the same battles that men and women, the same arguments men and women have in America, the same arguments men and women have in Nigeria. So we picked a play that we felt will resonate with a whole wide array of people, because it's something that everybody falls into one or the other category. So that's how we came to Man Talk, Woman Talk. But the exciting thing about it is that we're not just having a play, a musical where people come, enjoy themselves, and oh, that's it. The first day of our showing, the premiere night, we're going to also be having a costume gala. So people are dressing up. The theme for that evening is African Pride. So we want you to come dressed up as you feel an African with a whole bunch of pride will dress up. So you can imagine the array of colors, the array of costumes, outfits that will be there on that night. So we're trying to make it as immersive as possible. Yes, you're coming to watch a musical, but you're also part of the musical. Because the unique thing about the musical is that the audience is part of the jury for the show. So they're not just sitting there watching and clapping and enjoying. At the end of it, they are the jury that's going to decide the outcome of the show. So I'm quite excited about it, and I think that after this, we're going on to bigger things, because we've broken that door open and we're not closing it anymore. We're not.
We have got a great guest with us today. Buky Campbell joins us here talking about Man Talk, Woman Talk. So give me a little bit more information on this event. What has been the production process like, the planning process? Give me all the details here, Buky.
Okay. So Crabites USA is a non-profit. So that means that we are funding all of this on our own. So we don't have any deep pockets among us. So we're all pitching in everything that we can, which is why I must say at this point that it's important that we get the support from the community. If you're unable to come to the show, please go to our website, crabitesusa.com, and you can donate right there. Everything you donate goes towards this production and other productions that are coming up. But for our process, so we started out, picked the play and everything, but we also decided that even though we were doing this as Crabites, we needed to involve Americans in this, our home country. So we have a bunch of Americans who are working with us on the project. We have a lot of people who, funny enough, some have never acted before, some have never actually done any stage, but we had to do this with them because we felt that it was a learning experience for them and they would appreciate the process. So we have among our actors people who have been in theater for a long time. We also have those who have been in theater for 1 year, and then we have those who are just starting out. So we have an array of people who are at different stages in their theater experiences, but we all have a synergy. We're working together to bring this story to you. Now, for the 3 days of this show, and I think you mentioned it at some point, but our tickets are $50, $80, $100 and $120. You can pick where you fit. If you don't want to do a $100 ticket, go ahead and do the $50, but don't miss it because we've put in a lot of work. Everybody is gearing to go, ready to do September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And this is going to be here in Georgia, in Snellville. And we are so pumped. I can't even tell you how pumped we are about this project. We are so pumped and ready to go. And we do hope that people will go to our website or go to eventbrite.com and get your tickets. If you are unable to make the event, like I said, your donations are welcome because we are a non-profit. So we are doing all this for our community, but at the same time, we want to make sure that you have a quality experience, and that at the end of the day, you know that it was worth your buck. So Man Talk, Woman Talk, Battle of the Sexes is ready. It's ready for the audience to see the food we put together. We have, I know you spoke to Lacey a few days ago. Lacey Patrick, Dr. Lacey Patrick is the director, and she has put her foot in this one. Like, she is going all out. And I promise you, you don't want to miss this. You don't.
We have got Man Talk, Woman Talk. It is Buky Campbell. She's with us today here on our big broadcast, and she is absolutely amazing. She joins us live. So, Buky, give me a little bit more details on this whole thing. Where can people buy tickets?
So you can get your tickets at eventbrite.com. Just put in Man Talk, Woman Talk. There are 3 days, so you can pick whatever day you want to come. You can also go to our website if you want to get more information about the show, about the group, crabitesusa.com. And on the website, you will also be able to buy your tickets. So whatever makes you feel comfortable, go straight to the website, read some more about the show, read some more about our group, or go straight to eventbrite.com, get your tickets today. Tickets are selling out. And I had promised you, James, that we were going to be giving out tickets today on your show.
Yes, we're going to be giving out tickets this week on the show. Well, what I'll do is since we're in the middle of doing the show now, I will get in touch with you. I'll send you an email a little bit later, and we'll get all that taken care of. We'll be giving away some tickets this week on the various shows on the network. Buky, before we let you go, because my next guest is going to be calling here in just a few moments. Before we let you go, how do we get tickets for Man Talk, Woman Talk?
Go straight to eventbrite.com. Eventbrite.com. Look for Man Talk, Woman Talk, and you will pick any of the days, September 1st, September 2nd, or September 3rd. But whatever you do, do not waste time. Do not wait. Go right now to eventbrite.com. Get your tickets today. Tickets are selling out, I must say. We are so happy about the way ticket sales are going, and we're hoping that more people will take advantage early on. Don't wait for last minute. Don't wait until August 30th. Don't wait until August 29th. Get your tickets now. Eventbrite.com. Man Talk, Woman Talk. The Battle of the Sexes. Don't miss this.
Well, I really appreciate it. We've got to go to our next guest. I don't want to get you interrupted here, Buky. So we will talk to you we'll talk to more of the actors, the directors, everybody this week. Thank you, Buky.
That is nice. Thank you, James.
Appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate it. There she goes. That's Buky Campbell. She's with us today here, Man Talk, Woman Talk. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got our next guest ready to go here on our big program.